Uncommon Sense with the Senior Delinquents.
Hey, Lefty.
Hey, how you doing?
What's this?
Can't be too careful.
Yeah.
Hey, what's with all the hats?
Man, COVID, you gotta keep what you got left.
Yeah.
See you, Lefty.
Yeah. Can't be too careful. Yeah, man, defund the police.
Right on. And how about you defund that wallet?
Whoa.
Hi, welcome in everybody to another edition of Uncommon Sense with the Senior Delinquents. I'm Dennis Silvers, and you talk about the personification of wokeness. That was it, and this is what this show is going to be all about. It is my pleasure right now, surprise, because he's in studio, my great partner all the way here from Tampa, Mr. Jamie McWilliams, and what the hell are you wearing a mask for?
Well, why wouldn't you?
You know what? Jamie, forget. Hey. Come on, let me just cut this.
You cut my tongue off. What? How can I? Just kidding. Just kidding.
Oh my
just
gosh.
Kidding.
Oh my goodness.
But it is woke time.
It is woke time. It is. So glad to have you here. Why did you come visit us?
Just to be near you.
Oh, you are so sweet.
No, it was a combination of things. I had a timeshare because of the old COVID thing that I want to use, and Vegas is a fun place to use it. My son Brian works in public relations, and he was going to the NAB show to do work. For a variety of reasons, I came here, and I'm very glad I did. Outside of the torturous trip of flying overnight on Frontier.
I was going to ask you about that because I know how much you love that.
Yeah. Hey, the positive part, except for one little old lady, no masks. But also, you know, the PGA show in Orlando, you're going to be tested and all that. You go in there, nothing. NAB show,
nothing?
In advance,
Really?
they wanted you to send in vax notices and IDs and things like that.
Seriously?
And I said, screw that. I'm not doing it. I showed up. I walk up, and guess what? Nobody cares. It's all virtue signaling. I did a little video diary, just a short one, on what I experienced at the NAB show. I invented a new word to describe the size of the Las Vegas Convention Center. It goes for not just 100 yards, probably over 1,000 yards. Mamosity is the size of this convention center. Maybe not the biggest in the world, but the biggest I have ever seen in my life. Tesla provides a tunnel, a loop, to the other side of the convention center because of the mammosity of the whole facility. So we're going to take a tunnel ride on a Tesla. Looks like, have that many Teslas smashed into the walls, or is that a design element?
I'm not sure.
It's time to play a game called Let's Find the Mask. You can't.
Community, we store all that kind of stuff, but the main thing is it's all about photography.
Incredible new technology. They call this the Biden-mobile. No matter which way he turns while he's driving, he has teleprompters to assist him so that he will never make another gaffe. This is really going to revolutionize politics and get Joe another term, without a doubt. Just to show you how much the times have changed, I've been trolling, looking for some freebies, but not even candies. Due to inflation, not even pens.
Things are a-changing. You talk about woke and wokeness. How about Elon Musk buying Twitter?
Oh,
He's got
yeah.
every woke person in an uproar. What do you think of that?
Well, I think they should be in an uproar
I do
because
too.
I love the fact that they had CNN Plus, and what blew my mind was I thought they'd say 10 million or 12 to get it started. They spent somewhere between $300 and $500 million
Oh, my
for it to
goodness.
fail.
This got to be the most money that somebody has spent, Jamie, for a failed project like CNN Plus
Yeah.
in such a short amount of time.
Maybe they can give us the same amount of money so
There
we
you
can
go.
fail. I don't care if I fail if they give me $100 million.
Oh, my
I think I
goodness.
could live with that deal.
I could live with that.
Yeah,
I could live with that.
Let's approach them.
We
on
could
it.
do nice stuff.
Yeah, and I'm hoping with Twitter that they follow suit, start their own program, which also will bomb spectacularly.
Yeah.
So that the tides keeps turning toward sanity.
You mentioned you were at NAB and Brian was there doing business, and
Nice.
his son is great, by the way. He's very funny. He's very personable.
I take credit for that.
I guess you'd have to take credit, but of course he was doing business there. But we had a great time on the links the other day with him, with all three of us. It was a blast.
We had a lot of fun. Of course, Brian got a little ticked off at times.
I'm right, you.
Yes, he
And
did.
he doesn't like Dad to say, "Well, Brian, this will let you shut up, Dad."
Yeah, I don't want to hear it.
Don't want to hear it.
No,
Don't
but
want to hear it.
He's a great guy.
After the round, we just had to get Brian's opinion on his being in Woke City, California.
We're out here at Angel Park, and Brian lives in California. So he does his own podcast, and he's into the wokeness thing and everything that we're going to talk about. And tell everybody about what you do, Brian.
All right, well, I do a podcast called The Lions of Liberty. And Lions of Liberty, of course, is libertarian, fighting back, fighting for free speech, fighting against the woke culture. And I also have a comedy podcast called The Boring Podcast, BOHRING.
not boring.
Oh, well, don't worry. It'll keep you awake, it'll keep you laughing.
My living in Florida, Dennis here. You always have your super liberals, but you're in the epicenter of it in Los Angeles. And you know, they talk about how gay people have their gaydar up and they can sort of tell. Now, from being out there and exposed to so much wokeness, are there ways outside of the obvious of, like we showed earlier, you can pick up subtle things that say, aha, you're a liberal, or they look at you and say, aha, you're a conservative?
Well, apart from the drool that drops out of most people's mouths when they adopt the wokeism, you can usually tell it flutters in the breeze when we have a high wind. Masking is a dead giveaway. But also just the way in which people carry themselves, pronouns in their profiles on LinkedIn, on Twitter, you can immediately identify. But walking down the street, there is a glazed look in the eyes that you can immediately identify. And I try to avoid eye contact because most of the time they're also panhandling, being homeless.
Yeah, but beyond that, can you really have a heart-to-heart? I mean, I know that you've got friends and other people. Can you get through to these people and have a great, intelligent heart-to-heart and see the middle ground at least?
Can you have an honest conversation?
I'll tell you, a lot of the time, for even friends I've known for 20 years, the answer is no. And it breaks my heart to say it, but I've had friends that I've known for 20 years. I'll have a heart-to-heart with them. I'll make, as salient points as I can put together. But there's something within the worldview and the mindset where it's either they'll deny the reality, they'll deny the facts you're presenting, they'll say, show me where you read this, they'll challenge it and not accept anything you provide them. And it's honestly, it's an ego thing because they identify their worldview with the ego.
You're right.
And it's also the way the media is because they're getting a different set of facts than we are, and they refuse to look anywhere else.
And maybe to sum it up, if you try to reach them, they're unwilling to give an inch.
Yeah.
It's all or nothing.
Yeah, exactly right. And if there's one thing I'm good at, it's giving multiple inches. So these people just need to learn to take it.
We won't mention where they take it. We'll take it back to the show right now.
You know where the wokesters take it.
We had a great time on the golf course. One of the things that helped Jamie, because he played really good yesterday, despite it being windy, was rangefinder, Jamie.
They gave me a rangefinder to test out, and I'll tell you why I like it so much. It's called Clear.
Clear.
not spelled Clear, but Kylr, because I also do another show, The Traveling Golfer.
Right.
Traveling's got, and you know that, I already said that, but traveling's onerous. I love to travel light. This is smaller. And you know what's cool about it too? Another factor that I think we can both agree on is that everything, just because you can do 100 things, you don't need 100 things. Keep it simple. This is very affordable, and you just have to go up there and shoot it. The second press, it finds the flag stick. There's a little whirring, and it's just so easy to use, but it's packed with some pretty cool features. It will do the slope change.
That's so
and
cool.
Another cool feature, it's got a magnet. All I had to do was stick it to the cart, and if you're walking with it, you can put a magnetic clip on it. It's easy to use.
Right.
Check out Cleared. It's worthwhile.
That was very cool. I know that was very helpful to you. We were also talking about the wokeness of people, but things seem to be changing a little bit.
Absolutely right. And, one indication is you take a look at what's happening with Netflix.
Right.
Now, they can say they did raise their fee, but reality says that a lot of it, if you look at the wokeness of the programming, this year it was a point made that of all the films in Hollywood, none of the films that were given the awards were even popular. They were not what people really wanted to see.
That's right.
And I think that I was very aware of this because I jotted down some of the parental guidance things that they had. One of them that came up, and it said VS, virtual signaling. That tells you something. Another time, a parental alert said EWW, which means Equity Wellness Warning.
Incredible.
Well, you know what? For our show, we're going to have
our own rating.
Exactly.
We have our own parental guide rating.
FU, which stands for Fun Common Sense with the Senior Delinquents, because we have fun, you get some common sense, and so FU seems to be a perfect designation for our viewers.
And if you want more of that, make sure you catch every episode of Senior Delinquents with me and Jamie on various platforms that we're on. You can go to our website, seniordelinquents.com. You could check us out on our YouTube page.
And unlike other shows where I always have my martini, this time you are going to be with me somewhere poolside, and we're going to have that drink together, so I can say to you, well, as usual, hi-ho, Silvers.
I love it. For Jamie and I, so long, everybody, and we'll see you back soon.
Away.